Most devs think the model is the only thing that matters. They're wrong. I spent the last month building a production-ready SaaS using 2 different workflows. One was the gold standard, LLM chat. The other was Cursor. Now, I'm not talking about hello world apps or simple landing pages. I'm talking about complex state management, multi-endpoint API integrations, and messy database migrations. I've spent a decade in the trenches of software engineering, and I've seen every productivity hack come and go. But this is different. Claude 3.5 Sonnet is arguably the smartest coding model on the planet right now. But using it in a browser is like trying to build a house through a mail slot. Today, we're doing a head-to-head stress test. I'll show you exactly where the smartest model fails and why an AI-native IDE is the only way to actually ship production code in 2026. Let's dive in. Here is the workflow most of you are using right now. You have your IDE open in one window and a chat interface in the other. You copy a bug, paste it into Claude, get a suggestion, and paste it back. It feels fast, until it isn't. Suddenly, Claude suggests a change to a function that doesn't exist. Or it forgets that you renamed your database schema 3 prompts ago. Now you're stuck in the context loop. You spend 20 minutes explaining your project structure to an AI that's supposed to be making you faster. You're essentially playing a game of telephone with your own codebase. The friction is subtle, but it's deadly. It's what I call the copy-paste tax. You aren't actually engineering anymore, you're managing a clipboard. We've been told that the LLM is the only thing that matters, that the smartest model wins. But here is the cold truth. A genius brain is useless if it's blind to your files. For a weekend hobby project, this workflow is fine. But for a production-ready SaaS, it's a productivity killer that scales linearly with the size of your repo. Here is the hard truth. The model isn't the product. The workflow is. Most of you are using Claude 3.5 Sonnet as a high-end search engine. You copy a block of code, paste it into a chat, get a suggestion, and then manually migrate that code back into your IDE. That is a cognitive tax you can no longer afford to pay. Cursor isn't just another fork of V's code. It is a nervous system for your codebase. While Claude 3.5 is the brain, Cursor is the body that actually executes the work. Let's look at the stress test. I built a production-ready SaaS using both. One used the Claude web interface. The other used Cursor with the Sonnet 3.5 model integrated. Round 1, context. In the web version of Claude, I had to manually upload my schema and key components to get a relevant answer. If I forgot one file, the AI hallucinated a function that didn't exist. In Cursor, I just hit at codebase. Cursor indexes your entire local directory. It doesn't guess where your types are defined, it knows. It doesn't ask how your auth middleware is structured, it's already read the file. This eliminates the context gap, the space where most AI-generated bugs are born. Round 2, the iteration loop. When Claude Web gives you a fix, you have to find the exact line in your code, delete the old logic, and paste the new stuff. It's tedious. It's slow. With Cursor's CMDK, the AI writes directly into your file. You see a diff. You accept or reject. You aren't a messenger between a browser and an editor. You're an architect reviewing changes. But the real killer feature, Cursor Composer. I told Composer, implement a Stripe webhook that updates the user's subscription status in the database and triggers a welcome email. Claude 3.5 Sonnet is the model powering this, but the web interface could never do this. Why? Because the web interface can't touch your file system. One is a consultant giving you advice. The other is a senior engineer actually typing in your repo. If you're still copying and pasting, you're not using AI to code. You're using AI to write snippets, and then you're doing the hard work of integration yourself. That is where the productivity leak is happening. So the verdict: Claude 3.5 Sonnet is a beast, but as a standalone chat, it's a liability for production. I spent more time explaining my file structure than actually coding. Cursor wins because it doesn't just know the language, it knows your asterisk-specific codebase. To build this SaaS, I relied on the Cursor AI IDE and Versal for the deployment pipeline. Both are non-negotiable for a modern, high-velocity stack. I've dropped the links to both in the description below to help you level up your workflow. If you're tired of the copy-paste loop and want to ship production-ready code faster, hit that subscribe button. We're breaking down the exact toolchain used by the top 1% of engineers every single week. Now, stop chatting with your AI and start building. I'll see you in the next one.